Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we are going to see the image formation by convex lens. So, at different positions of the object, where will the images be formed by the convex lens? So, let us see one table first. So, as you can see the table over here, there are 4 columns: position of the object, position of the image, size of the image and nature of the image. So, first one, position of the object is at infinity. So, position of the image at focus f2. So, what I am trying to say is, if this is our lens, okay, convex lens, this is our surface 1 and this is our surface 2. So, for surface 1 this is f1, this is our c1 suppose. For surface 2 this is our f2 and c2, right, and this is our optical center. So, if the object position is at infinity, position of the image is at focus f2, as we already know. That is, if a ray parallel to our principal axis, when it refracts from the convex lens, it meets at the focus. So, the position of the image would be at f2 and that would be highly diminished point size image, but since the image is formed on the right hand side of the lens, it is real and inverted. Since it is real and inverted, actually since it is the size is diminished, we are not interested whether it is real or real and inverted or virtual and erect, because if it is point size, it is very difficult for us to see the exact image. Okay. So, just remember one thing, if the object is at infinity, the image will be formed at focus f2 on the right hand side, and whatever images are formed on the right hand side of the lens, if the object is on the left hand side, then the nature of the image is real and inverted, right. Next one, beyond 2f1. Beyond 2f1 means beyond c1. If the object is somewhere over here beyond 2f1 or beyond c1, 2f1 means c1, because we know r equals to 2f, isn't it? R is nothing but c and f is nothing but focus, isn't it? The distance of the center of curvature from the optical center is radius of curvature, and the distance of the focus from the optical center is nothing but focal length. So, that is why we mention c equal to 2f. So, the second thing is beyond 2f1, that is beyond c1. If the object is placed at beyond c1, the position of the image would be between f2 and c2, that is real and inverted, somewhere over here, okay. That is after getting refracted from the lens, and the size of the image would be diminished, okay. The size of the image would be diminished and it is real and inverted. I hope it is clear to you, right. And if the object is at 2f1, that is c1, if the object is at 2f1, that is c1, the image would be formed at c2, but real and inverted, as you can see. At 2f1, if the object is at 2f1, the image is at 2f2, okay, exactly. Now, the size of the image, it will be same size, okay, same size, but the nature of the image would be real and inverted, okay. Now, next is between f1 and 2f1, means somewhere over here, okay. If the object is placed between f1 and 2f1, then the image would be formed beyond c2, somewhere over here, okay. This is the image, as we have already seen in the mirror cases, that where are the images formed if we change the position of the object. So, similarly over here also the nature and the position of the image based on the position of the object would be somewhat same kind of, okay. So, the next one is at focus f1. At focus f1, if we place the object at focus f1, then the image formed is at infinity, okay. The image formed would be at infinity, somewhere over infinity, okay, and that would be enlarged, because when the image is formed at infinity, it is enlarged, and the nature of the image, since it is forming on the right hand side of the lens, it would be real and inverted. And the last one, between f1 and o, that is optical center, on the same side of the lens, okay, virtual image would be formed, that is left hand side of the lens, because the object is also on the left hand side. So, if the object is placed between f1 and the optical center, that is this one, okay, between f1 and o, then the image is also formed on the same side and the size of the image would be enlarged and the nature of the image would be virtual and erect, correct. So, I hope you understood the image formation by convex lens. So, that was all about image formation by convex lens. Thank you.